I'm Barb, and Sully and I are here today on behalf of the Eastlake Blister, covering the arrival of this magnificent U.S. Navy ship behind us, the USNS Spearhead. It was announced in late 2008 that Austal USA shipbuilders, located at Mobile, Alabama, had won a U.S. Navy contract to build 10 high-speed transport ships known as the Spearhead class joint high-speed vessels. The design, with a 330-foot long by 93-foot wide catamaran seaframe, is for transport, not combat. Today, we're here to welcome the first completed of those impressive $250 million ships, the USNS Spearhead, on her maiden voyage and first stop at the Port of St Petersburg, Florida, where she will be docked until Tuesday afternoon. These ships will be used for fast, flexible, and maneuverable transportation of troops, military vehicles, and equipment, even in shallow waters. It has been said these ships will be the pickup trucks of the sea. The vessel is manned by a crew of 40 and is capable of transporting 600 tons, 1,200 nautical miles at an average unbelievable speed of 35 knots, and can interface with a roll-on, roll-off discharge facility for offloading tanks and troops. She has airline-style seating for 312 inside and fixed berthing for 104. Other features include an aviation flight deck to support day and night aircraft launch and recovery operations. Besides transport, the ship also has the ability to support operations such as humanitarian efforts, disaster response, and maritime law enforcement activities. Local dignitaries, including U.S. Representative and Chair of the House Appropriations Subcommittee on Defense, Bill Young, and top brass from Special Operations Command and Central Command of neighboring MacDill Air Force Base, will be touring the ship today.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Port of St. Petersburg. My name is Bill Foster. I'm the mayor of the city of St. Petersburg, and I'm truly honored to welcome the Spearhead here to our port today. We are a city of first, and we've hosted another naval vessel not too long ago, which was the first of its kind. This is something that I think you will all enjoy hearing about, this new vessel and what its capabilities are, and the captain of the ship will take great pride in telling you all things, almost all things about this ship. But at this time, I would like to introduce the Admiral Farragut Academy Color Guard and drill team and ask them to post the colors. At this time, I would like to invite up Cadet Lieutenant Nick Orsello, drill team commander, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Hey, house. Order. Mark. Ready. Turn. Forward. March. Up. Up. Right.
To say thank you to the Admiral Farragut Color Guard team. Please give them a round of applause. It's my privilege and an honor to introduce this next speaker, Congressman C.W. Bill Young. He is truly a friend of St. Petersburg. He is a friend of the United States, and his passion, his drive is all things defense. And I always knew that this congressman, the congressman for most of Pinellas County, I always knew he was a rock star. But I didn't know how much until I was at a function at MacDill inside of Central Command, and there were all of these stars on sleeves and things like that, and Admiral McCraven and General Mattis couldn't get through the crowd fast enough to greet this gentleman. And when you know that he has earned the respect of our top military, you know that he is somebody that is absolutely regarded. And you'll see buildings across the street with his name on it. He loves the city of St. Petersburg, Pinellas County, and he has served in the United States Congress longer than anybody else there, and he is ours. So please help me welcome Chairman Congressman Bill Young.
Mayor Foster, thank you very much for welcoming our new ship, the Spearhead, another first of the line, as the LCS was here just a few months ago. The city of St. Petersburg, Mr. Mayor, has turned out to support and welcome our crews with tremendous enthusiasm, and I can tell you that the after-action reports are that these guys would like to come back, and these girls would like to come back to St. Petersburg for a port call any chance they get, because it's a tremendous place to come. The Spearhead, again, is a first of the line, a line of ships that will, at this point, number 10. It's a very unique vessel, and the captain of the ship will explain some of the really great stuff that it can do. And he probably won't tell you everything it can do because he doesn't want anybody else to know. But anyway, this is a unique ship in our political system. This ship is being paid for through the Army appropriations accounts. And it's being managed, its construction is being managed by Naval Sea Operations. It is manned by a civilian merchant marine crew, and it is paid for by all of you, the taxpayers. So this is quite an organization of this great country putting together a new great ship of the line. The captain will explain more, but I wanted to say something about Admiral John Kirby. He's coming home today. John Kirby graduated from St. Petersburg Catholic High School in 1981. With a number of other Navy, and the mayor, by the way, and a number of other Navy officials who serve in Washington today and serve in the fleet with the Navy. But John Kirby is quite a representative. He is the Chief Public Affairs Officer for the United States Navy, and you'll hear from him a little bit later. But Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for the welcome that you show our ships and their crews. Thank you very much for being such a tremendous host city. And ladies and gentlemen, you get a chance to see just one more example of the United States and our national defense. Thank you all for coming this morning. We look forward to having you a chance to learn more about this great ship later on today. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless our great country.
I'd like to invite Captain Cassavant up while I read a proclamation and present a key to the city. I also like for all of you to welcome John Strauss and the Remember, Honor, and Support organization for their work in bringing this beautiful vessel to the city of St. Petersburg. John, wave. There he is. Please welcome him. I have a proclamation to read, and then I'll present a key to the city. It's a proclamation of the city of St. Petersburg. Whereas the USNS Spearhead is the first of the Navy's joint high-speed vessels designed for rapid intra-theater transport of troops and military equipment. And whereas flexibility is a key attribute of joint high-speed vessels, allowing the main area of the ship to be reconfigured quickly to adapt to whatever mission the ship is tasked with. And whereas the USNS Spearhead is designed to be fast and maneuverable, even in austere ports, making it ideal for transporting troops and equipment quickly within a theater of operations. And whereas the USNS Spearhead can provide additional support to counterterrorism and irregular warfare missions at sea and ashore, providing additional options to deter, influence, and win in an era of uncertainty. And whereas the United States Navy has chosen the Port of St. Petersburg to be the USNS Spearhead's first official working port visit. Thank you, Chairman. And whereas the City of St. Petersburg expresses its gratitude to the United States Navy and to Congressman C.W. Bill Young for bringing the USNS Spearhead to our fair city. Now therefore I, Bill Foster, Mayor of the City of St. Petersburg, do hereby proclaim Sunday, February 10, 2013 as USNS Spearhead JHSV1 Day in the City of St. Petersburg. And I ask all citizens to join with me in welcoming the USNS Spearhead and the proud men and women who serve our country. Captain.
I have to bring my notes. I don't do this very often. So, okay, Chairman Young, Mayor Foster, I just first want to say thank you very much for the warm welcome you've shown towards my ship, my crew, and myself. Very proud to be here, City of St. Petersburg, representing the United States Navy Military Sealift Command and the USNS Spearhead. It gives me greater pride to, as we follow on and take a look at the ship, mention a little bit about our crew. A long time ago, Captain John Paul Jones had a quote, "Men mean more in the rating of a ship than guns do." And it's very true to this day. When I first reported the ship about 18 months ago, she was full of welders, pipe fitters, ship fitters. She was a machine. We took her out on trials to show that the machine actually worked. It wasn't until the crew arrived that the ship actually got her heart and soul. Some people I want to mention. First Officer Pat Mullaney runs the deck crew and is my second in command. Chief Engineer Joe Seaman runs the machinery, in charge of all. Communications Officer Mike Butler and Supply Officer Michael Wine taking care of all the rest of us. They all lead departments of the finest mariners you're going to run into. They're truly what makes the ship, the Spearhead, the capable and flexible ship that she is. Rest assured, whenever we are sent, whatever job, whatever mission we are given, as is told in MSC's motto, we will deliver. On behalf of the crew of the USNS Spearhead, again, I want to thank you for the hospitality and welcome us to your wonderful city. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce Rear Admiral John Kirby, Navy Chief of Information, who, as the Congressman said, is a native of the City of St. Petersburg, a graduate in 1981 of St. Petersburg Catholic. Now, I was telling the Admiral that I too was an 81 graduate of Northeast High School. And in 1981, when you were a senior, you either minded your manners or you hung out at the drive-in or the McDonald's parking lot. I hung out at the drive-in and the McDonald's parking lot. The Admiral did not. So you can see he's the Admiral. Admiral, please come up and give greetings.
What a great day to be home. When I left Washington this morning, it was 30-something degrees and cloudy and threatening rain, and just to be here, just an unbelievable thrill. So I'm really, really happy to be here. Chairman Young, Mayor Foster, thank you so much for the warm welcome to this ship and her crew, but also for the United States Navy, for the military writ large. I did grow up here, and I know firsthand what a great town St. Pete is with respect to our military, our veterans and their families, how much you respect them, look after them, care for them, and it's very evident. And I just wanted to, on behalf of the whole United States Navy, to thank you for that. Now, just a word about your Navy, and we've talked about this ship a little bit. Your Navy's 288 ships strong today, and about half of those ships are underway. About half of those ships are actually forward deployed somewhere around the world, defending you and protecting your interests. There's about 600,000 civilian sailors active in reserve in the United States Navy today, and they're doing terrific work for you all over the world. Much of what they do you don't get to see, you don't get to touch, you don't get to feel it, because they're doing what they're supposed to do, and that's to be out there. Today you're going to get a chance to touch and feel just a little bit of your United States Navy. This ship joins a family of those ships and those capabilities that we're putting forth for you. But one last word about why we're able to field and put to sea vessels of this capability, this speed, this maneuverability, and that's in no small part due to the man sitting here, Chairman Young. The mayor was right. He thinks and does everything defense. But I think, at least I want to think, he has a special little place in his heart for the U.S. Navy. There's nothing we're putting to sea today, no capability, no ship, no aircraft, and there's nothing on the ground in Afghanistan right now helping our troops survive and to win your wars for you. That Chairman Young hasn't had an important key role in getting to the field or to the fleet. And we just couldn't do what we do for you without his leadership. So, sir, thank you very, very much. Now, that's the tangible part of his leadership, the stuff like this that you can see and touch today. But there's an intangible part that I want to address, too. And this doesn't just go to the chairman's leadership, but it goes to Mrs. Young's leadership as well. Countless hours they spend with wounded troops and their families in hospitals, in hospices, making sure that they get the care and the attention they need. Countless phone calls and emails do they both take, and take them directly, personally, and try to deal with the issues that these troops and their families are dealing with. Sometimes we in the leadership find out about this, but I'll tell you, most of the time we probably don't, because they're not looking for that kind of attention. They're just looking to solve problems and make integration, the reintegration of our wounded troops and their families back into society just a little bit easier. And countless tears I know they've shed at bedside and graveside with those same families. So I would like a big round of applause, please, for the chairman and Mrs. Young for all that they do for our troops all over the world. Again, thank you very much for the warm welcome home. I couldn't be happier to be here and couldn't be more honored to be sharing this day with all of you. Thank you very much.
Our last speaker today, I'm privileged to introduce Captain Sam Norton, the Commodore of Military Sealift Command, Atlantic. Captain.
Although I'm not from St. Petersburg, I'm very excited to be here in St. Petersburg. Chairman Young, Mayor Foster, thank you very much for allowing your great city to be the first port visit for USNS Spearhead. On behalf of Admiral Kirby, Rear Admiral Busby, and of course the United States Navy, I would like to thank you for hosting the Spearhead. Thank you, sir.
Well, this concludes the ceremonial ceremony for today. Thank you all for coming out. I would like to recognize Florida State Senator Jeff Brandes, who just joined us. Please welcome him. Thank you to the cadets of Admiral Farragut Academy, right here in the city of St. Petersburg. And to all of you who came out here to support not only this first visit, but for all of the endeavors of the United States military as they put their lives on the line every day so that we can have days like today. And Captain Kirby he didn't mention this, but he's from Detroit, and I asked him if he was still about all things Detroit, you know, Red Wings, Lions, Tigers, and he is. So while he's in town, we're going to try to readapt him to all things Tampa Bay athletics, if you don't mind. But some of us will be taking a tour of the Spearhead. This will conclude the ceremony for today. God bless you. Thank you.
See, just because we can do so many things. The deck back here can be reconfigured, everything from carrying troops and their equipment to disaster relief, carrying humanitarian aid to different stricken countries. A lot of things that ship can do. It's extremely flexible, extremely fast. Just use your imagination, we can do a lot of things.
And also too, with these uncertain times here in the too, it is necessary to have a ship like this?
Absolutely. In fact, it's much better to have ships along this lines that can be changed and adapted for different missions. So instead of having one ship that can only do one thing, I can be converted in many different ways there. It's much better.
Congressman Young, you have anything to add to this? How proud are you to have the ship here in our home there at St. Petersburg?
Well, we feel pretty honored to have this ship, the first of the line of a new class of ships. In today's world, with the many threats that we face in different parts of the world, it's essential that we be able to get there fast and effectively, and to get in places that many ships can't get because of the depth of the water. And so this is I think that you would find this will be a very effective tool for the United States Navy and all of the forces that will use this ship. It will be used by all of the military, and it's pretty fuel efficient. And as the captain said, it gets there quick, and that is his mission, to get whatever he needs to get there and to get it fast.
And I guess every taxpayer should be proud of this.
Well, the taxpayers should be happy with it. It cost a lot of money, but compared to other ships that don't even have this much capability, I would tell you the basic cost for this ship is $185 million. Now that's a lot. But that's a development number. This is the first of the line, so it's in development. Things could change. As they make these trial runs, this ship is on its way from Mobile, Alabama to Mayport in Jacksonville. And so stopping in St. Petersburg for maintenance and for fuel is a natural as far as I'm concerned. And so when the Navy advised me that they were going to be moving this ship, I said, you know, the LCS proved that this is a great stop for fuel and maintenance.
I guess the weather compared to during this time of year to stop here too.
It's any time of the year. Compared, what was it, 37 degrees when Admiral Kirby left Washington this morning, and with threats of rain and cold weather. So, yeah. Hey, coming to Florida and Pinellas County especially is a good any time.
Especially this time.
Thank you. Yeah, no, thank you, sir.
So I'll talk
about those as we go down the line. But you see a lot of these little caps. Please watch your footing as we're watching through them. And with the underneath those, you'll see the exposed ones up forward is tie-down locations. So whatever you got, I can carry it. I carry all the tie-downs and binders. Whatever you happen to have, I can carry it. So, all right this way, please. You can see the white paneling on the side. It's not for aesthetics, it's actually a fire balance. It protects us because inside the space you can also carry ammunition labels. So all the ammunition, everything like that that's coming on board, they can all go inside of here. It's a transshipment point. And this whole area is protected by a highly trained control system. This is the one the first time this was developed onto a Navy ship. They've been using them in aircraft maintenance for a little while, but these large boxes that you see on the corners, they emit a high expansion foam. We use seawater mixed with the concentrate through a bunch of fire pumps and mixing stations, and they'll pump out enough foam to fill this entire bay to the roof in just over 2 minutes. Suppress any chance of fire in the area. Yep, literally suffocated. So. Continue a little farther, these beige-looking panels that are between the vehicles, those are module power boxes. So if we do bring on board a hospital module, communications modules, any of these different portable module units, there's power, communications, and secure communications available to those modules. It's not just restricted to this area, as many modules as you can fit in here. I got 20,000 square feet and up to 600 tons. Any combination inside of there is what we can carry. You can see there's a bunch of vehicles and things like that and cargo inside. The reason we're carrying that right now is because it costs money to ship things on the street. By truck, so we're carrying them for back up to Virginia. It's a free ride. Save some more government money. The big CLT is a container load trailer, and that'll pick up those 20-foot containers, hydraulically push the wheels underneath. You can take them ashore. It'll travel off-road, and it's used for moving mission modules all over the place. Going to show you the picture over on the side there. If anybody wants to see it, that's inside the engineering spaces. They're a little warm there due to the jacket water heaters that we keep running there to keep moisture out of the engine and things like that. But those are what are powering us. They're a lot more efficient than many engines that are developed around. In fact, it'll even take part of the engine will shut itself down to minimize fuel consumption. So, some of the most efficient and powerful engines of their size. They're lightweight, really strong, very reliable. Next part, we're going to go up through the steps a little bit there and move into some spaces, get up inside the area where all the personnel will be staying when they come on board.
What's the height?
15.8 feet. 15.7, I might be off by a hair. So. Please be careful with the door as you're opening it up and stuff. It's a very heavy door, and it's another part of our fire retardant system. And also watch your ankles. There's a high step there right on the top. Okay. Foremost area on the ship, the bow. Normally you get a little pointy bow. We actually have 2 separate catamaran hulls under here. Does a lot of things for the ship, so I'll just use this space to talk a little bit about it. The ship with the catamaran hull, we can get more cargo in, we have more usable space in the middle, we have more buoyancy, more reserve stability, and as far as normally ships rock and roll all over the place, we don't have to worry about this on a catamaran type hull. So, in addition, when you look up in the 2 bows, port and starboard, there's mounts for weapons for security. So, If anybody wants to take a quick walk up there, just please limit yourself to 2 or 3 people at a time, and please stay away from the rails there. I don't need paperwork. The wake that you generate. So that's what happens on motorboats there. You get in, you crank up the engine, and you're just kind of snow plowing until you get up over that little hump. That's what we're doing on here. So we're still in the water. We're not, getting up on top of it and stuff, but we're outrunning our wake, which is where the resistance is. Once we get over that point, that's when we can get even more speed out of it.
Is there a chance of flipping?
Honestly, no. Standard ships will run around without getting into ship stability there. 4 to 5 foot of riding arm. Mine's about 68 feet. So, I suppose.
I was just thinking actually, the speed and
there is a way that if I get hit with a wave, large wave heights coming from astern there, that can cause us to capsize. Only we surf right down the waves, but I'm fast enough I'll outrun the storm. So.
You can outrun the storm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah.
Outrun everything. No ballasting system at all. Just actually I move a little bit of cargo around using the forklift. So.
Everybody should have one. They're so handy.
You got to go to
185 million.
Yeah, King Kamehameha School. You graduate from that.
Virtual Marine Academy.
New York Kings Point.
Excuse me.
At Kings Point.
Yes, sir. Very clear for a second. There you go. Just so you can have a sleep. Young and the Restless. Everybody, make yourselves comfortable, grab a seat, and we'll see how the troops are going to be seated. Now, if you feel like you're in an airplane right now, it's very, very similar. On your right-hand side, there's a little push button. You can recline yourself on back. There's a tray table on your left side armrest. So footrest that'll kick up 2 underneath to make it a little bit more comfortable. Inside the right side there, you'll see the passenger safety card, very similar to aircraft. It's a safety thing we have inside of there to make sure that anybody that does travel with us, there is completely protected and understands all the emergency systems on board the ship. So, okay, the main designation for this room there is called the Embarked Forces Seating Area. There's 312 seats in here. So our capacity, 312 troops, whatever you need. Later on, we're going to go down the passageway. There's 104 racks back there. So 8 hours a day, each person hot racks back aft. They get 16 hours out here, 8 hours back in the racks. And we can hold them up to about 4 days or so for inter-theater transport. So in that time, we can get them loaded, move up to about 1,200 miles at 35 knot average speed, get them offloaded and ashore. Not too bad. Lots of TVs up here. Part of it is entertainment. Right now we get it in entertainment mode there, and hopefully they're still showing our videos. This one is available on YouTube. And these are shots of us during the builder's trial. The other thing we can use is the little gray box that's on the side. There's a microphone, a jack for external video for computers, and you can use this whole area as a training area, and everybody will be able to see and hear what you want to do, conduct training on. The racks up in the front here hold up to about 350 rifles, 350 handguns, plus long arms. So whenever embarked forces come on board, all their personal weapons can be stowed up there. There's baggage areas up across the front and more storage inside the staterooms back aft.
Do you have the capability to fuel the sea, so
yes, sir.
Extended range?
When we do go up to the flight deck, we'll show the location where the fueling station is. So. Cool. Not bad. Alrighty. Hopefully everybody's kind of comfortable, but now we're going to kick you out of the chairs. So. Give here.
The President believes, and I agree, with a tax reform, we can find additional savings over the next 10 years. Forget. There's a pretty divisive time here in America. We made our choices, and American people, Yeah, he did win fair and square, and I think his values and his policies he spoke to in the inaugural address were the same he took to the country. So where are we today? They're positive signs.
I'm going to keep moving you back towards the flight deck. Triage area, this goes right onto the flight deck for injured personnel, right on into the hospital. So. And I'll meet everybody back on the flight deck. Helicopters in the military arsenal that we can't carry. The only one is that large Chinook Army one. Is just a little bit too long for our deck. And we're also going to bring in a Osprey, the tilt rotor airplanes. We can't land them, we can't get them on a short hover because the exhaust will melt the aluminum hull. But we are going to try for a high hover and see how she can work over the top. The crane that's over the back can actually lift 13.5 tons of equipment back up here to the deck. So possibly, and we're exploring this one to see the ability to use Osprey aircraft and heavy lift aircraft in order to remove stuff and send it ashore. Somebody had asked about a replenishment station. There's a portable tripod that will be mounted right over on the side here. Connects up to the fuel hose, and we can do connected replenishment of the rest of the military SEALIFT command ships because we have all the tankers, the AOEs, the AKEs. We are the logistics bunch, so it's our own guys. Everybody good? Right this way. Let's get back to the air conditioning. That's where the troops live.
What does that new car smell?
New ship smell.
Yes.
All righty.
Okay, so this is...
Okay, right now we got a lot of the rooms filled with testing and evaluation people in different groups there, people that are right on board there. Might need to shovel in a couple at a time. That's where any of these are.
Everybody here, $5
So just the smaller groups.
I think they cheer out.
It's about a 14-day sustainment with 104 personnel on board before we need resupply either by helicopter and alongside replenishment. Either way. So we can kind of renew it, and renew it, and renew it. So 14-day rollover. The ship was originally made for the Army. The odd number ships were going to the Army. The even number ships were going to the Navy. We kept our name. It's the original name given to us by the Army. So when you see our ship's crest, in fact, the mayor has one of our crests on his ball cap. Pay tribute to the groups that we're going to be supporting and the ones where we got our name from. So each one, just a little reminder. You'll see representations from our 4 primary groups that were mentioned before: Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and Spec Ops. So as you see them, you look close onto the crest there, a little tribute to each one. Just let them know we got their back. So, right this way, please.
Go ahead, we're going to take a shot at this.
I gotta get one of these.
Yeah, I need to get one of these too.
Did you people pass you on the jet ski real fast?
Okay, probably the coolest bridge you've ever seen. As far as the ship, nothing like it anywhere else. A couple people I want to introduce to you guys. On the left in the khaki with the glasses, Brad Musselman, ship's navigator. And hiding behind the sunglasses, Anthony Baker, third engineer, two guys that make this place run. So. Alright, we got everything. I could go through every piece of equipment, but just let you know that once you get the people sitting in the chair, every control that they need to operate the vessel, whether it be propulsion, electronics, the radars, electronic chart display system, navigation equipment, propulsion controls, everything is within reach of you. Very similar to a cockpit of an airplane when you're flying, and honestly this thing when it gets up on the plane with our wings, it's actually the ride control system, when we go up on plane, it feels like a ride in an airplane. Normally the engineers are down in the engine room where it's hot. Listen to all the noise. Our engineers are up here. Here we go, Anthony's hiding. But the engineers are riding right behind us. They have full control over everything on the ship. You can see a lot of camera systems. The most amazing part on this thing is just how stable she is with a twin catamaran hull. We can carry all the extra cargo as far as horizontal space there, so volumetrically we can carry a lot more. Stability wise, we don't have any issues that you'd find on traditional ships, and greater speed, even damage stability. We can sustain a lot there because of the safety systems that we have on board. One that we kind of glossed over there just because there's no possible way to fit everybody in there and you wouldn't really get a full understanding of what it is. Similar to the aircraft, when you're on an aircraft, they show you that little video where that slide comes out. They pop the hatch and you go down the slide to get out. We have a very similar system on here. It's a vacuum pump operated ejection system there that will release a big aluminum door on the side of the ship. It flops into the water. A life raft, which has a slide rolled into it, deploys itself out over the side of the ship. It has two chutes, kind of in a pyramid shape, and it inflates a 100-person life raft at the bottom of it. And there's two more 100-person life rafts that are on the side that we can deploy as well. And they'll link onto the first life raft, so I have three 100-person life rafts in a line, two chutes coming down, or two channels on a single chute coming down, and we can evacuate 354 people, which would be our max complement, in about 17 minutes.
Are they automatically linked or they be manually linked?
Manually linked and remotely deployed from either the bridge wings or down in the station. So.
What would be the time that you could spend on those rafts? 10 days, 15 days?
It's based on the food and water, and if you're taking, according to the pills and everything like that, you got a few days. There's also a little fishing kit and things like that. But in the meantime, that little console that's behind the gentleman in the burgundy shirt is an emergency communications console. The emergency push buttons are up forward, and they're going to wake the Commodore up. He's got me covered. So, and it runs off medium frequency, high frequency, VHF, and satellite channels. So, cool. More questions? Those were easy ones. What do you really want to know? Okay, we're going to sneak our way back to the flight deck. one helicopter back here, or we can also tuck one right inside there. H60 or smaller will fit inside the storage area.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a pleasure. Let me walk you guys out there. Let's get back inside the shade. The last part you'll notice is we're going by is another mount for a deterrent.